When I opened my eyes, I thought I was still dreaming. The ground beneath me was moving, crawling with hundreds of snakes, their scales scraping over each other like whispers. The air was wet, thick, and smelled like something ancient had been breathing here for centuries. When I lifted my head, I saw them. Dozens of figures standing among the trees, half hidden by the mist. Women, but not human. Their eyes glowed faintly in the shadows, their hair shifting with slow, silent motion. Each one was watching me, still, patient, like predators deciding when to strike. My heart pounded so hard I could hear it echo through the forest. I didn't even know how I got here. 1 second I was on a road, headlights in the rain, and now this. I tried to stand, but my legs trembled. Snakes slithered away from under me, vanishing into the roots. I stumbled backward, breathing fast. And that's when I saw her. She was different from the rest. Taller, sharper, her skin shining faintly green under the dim light. Her eyes weren't glowing. They were alive, intelligent, cold, almost human. The snakes around her head moved slowly, hypnotically, as if listening for her thoughts. She didn't blink. She didn't move. She just appeared, and I did the only thing a man could do. I spoke, my voice cracked, trembling. Please, don't hurt me. I didn't do anything. Just let me go. For a moment, there was silence. The jungle froze. Even the snakes went still. Then she stepped closer. The other Medusas lowered their heads, parting the way for her. She walked with slow, soundless grace until she stood just a few feet in front of me. Her face was eerily beautiful, human in shape, but perfect in a way that didn't feel real. Her expression didn't change, and then she spoke. Her voice smooth, deep, echoing like it was coming from inside my skull. "Go," she whispered. All men say the same. Her words weren't loud, but every syllable carried weight, like it came with the air itself. "You want freedom," she continued. "Then you will give something back." I couldn't answer. My chest tightened. "I can give you gold," she said. "Jewels, power, life beyond death." The snakes around her hissed softly, the sound almost melodic, like a chorus. "But what I want is not gold." She leaned closer. I could feel the cold breath against my skin. "I want your eyes." The world stopped. For a second, I thought I misheard her, but her gaze stayed locked on mine, calm, certain, unblinking. Her fingers, long, sharp, lifted toward my face, and I saw the faint glint of dozens of tiny teeth among the snakes, their tongues flickering with hunger. I backed away, shaking my head. "No, no, please." She tilted her head, studying me the way someone might look at a broken object. "You looked at us," she said softly. "Now give us the sight you stole." The jungle stirred. Every Medusa turned toward me, their eyes lighting up like dying embers. The trees themselves seemed to bend closer, vines moving like veins ready to feed. I ran. I didn't look back. Branches tore at my clothes, roots tripped my feet. The ground hissed under me. The forest never ended. It just twisted in circles, dragging me deeper, no matter where I turned. And then I heard her voice again, not from behind, but inside my head. "You can't leave what belongs to us." The air around me turned heavy. My knees buckled. I fell forward into the mud, gasping, clawing at the earth. Something moved in front of me, dozens of hands rising from the ground, half stone, half flesh, reaching. Faces emerged. Statues cracked open, whispering without sound. The jungle's heart glowed faintly ahead, a pit of light surrounded by the Medusas. In its center, a pool of gold shimmered, thick and molten. I knew what it was now. Not treasure, not wealth. It was the payment of every man who it stood here before me. Eyes, hundreds of them, floating like jewels in liquid fire. She appeared once more, stepping out of the mist, her face lit by the glow. The snakes on her shoulders rose together, hissing in perfect rhythm, not chaotic but ritualistic. She raised her hand, slow, deliberate, and the pool answered. The golden surface rippled, then began to rise. It wasn't liquid anymore. It was alive. It reached upward in thin glowing streams, twisting like serpents of molten metal, circling her body before turning toward me. The ground beneath my feet vibrated. Roots snapped, trees bent, and the soil split open as something pulled at my legs. I tried to run, but the mud clung like hands. Wet, heavy, alive. It dragged me inch by inch toward the pool. Everywhere around me, the Medusas began to move. Dozens of them, their steps soundless but synchronized,
The rhythm is
forming a perfect circle. Their eyes glowed in the mist, flickering gold, their bodies half shadow, half light. The snakes from the trees dropped down, sliding across the ground toward me, hundreds of them, weaving between my arms and ankles. The air filled with the sound, not hissing, not wind, but a deep rhythmic hum, like chanting without words. It came from them. The golden pool surged higher, spilling over the edge like liquid fire. Wherever it touched the ground, the soil hissed, smoke curling upward. The jungle itself seemed to bow, the trees leaning inward, their branches twisting into shapes that looked like faces, screaming faces. My legs were already submerged halfway into the earth. The snakes coiled tighter, pulling, dragging me closer. I clawed at the ground, nails breaking, breath ragged, but the mud gave no grip. The nearest Medusa tilted her head, curious, almost amused, as if watching an animal struggle before feeding time. And then she moved, faster than anything human. One blink and she was in front of me. Her eyes locked onto mine, not with anger but hunger. The snakes around her head lashed forward, wrapping around my shoulders, my throat, my arms tightening. The air vanished from my lungs. I thrashed, but their strength was unreal. Each scale burned against my skin like hot metal. She leaned closer, her face inches away. I could see the faint shimmer of light reflecting in her pupils, a flicker of gold that felt endless. Behind her, the other Medusas began to chant louder. The pool burst upward, a column of molten gold swallowing the air with a roar. The snakes dragged me in. The heat was unbearable, fire and ice at once, burning and freezing inside my bones. The world blurred into light and noise. I could hear the snakes, thousands of them, moving under my skin. The last thing I saw was her silhouette, standing over the pit, unmoving, as if carved from the same light that consumed me. The jungle shook once, then fell silent. When the light finally faded, the pool was calm again, still and bright, as if nothing had happened. But under its surface, something shifted. A shadow, a new shape forming, another one of hers. And somewhere deep in that endless jungle, the sound of snakes began again. Slow, steady, calling for the next soul to wander too close.